Okay, so here we are at about the 3 week mark, and as you can see, it's not looking too appealing to the eye. But what I can tell you is everything you're seeing here is completely 100% normal. Could it have been avoided? 100%. I could have done water changes every day, 50%, and this probably would never have looked this way, but here we are. So anyway, what I'm doing here is first scrubbing the glass, because when I do that water change, I want to pull all of that algae out rather than letting it stay in the tank and settle, breaking down into nitrogen, creating more algae. So there we go. Get it nice and polished. Alright, so now we're using the siphon here to manually remove as much of the algae as possible. The stringy stuff, the easy stuff to get off. I'm not trying to get everything. As you can see, my finger is over there controlling the flow because I'm not trying to suck the plants out. I'm not trying to suck the soil out. What I'm doing is just kind of skimming my finger over the soil and trying to kind of get as much of the loose stuff out, I would say, as possible. And here you can see the amount of water I'm removing, about 50%. And I'm just going over these plants as best I can. Alright, so there we go. A little more than 50%. So let's fill it back up, but what I'm not going to do is fill it back up all the way as of yet, because I still have some work to do. We're not done here. So let's get it full, and since it's a little tank, I'm just using a pitcher, and I'm using reverse osmosis water. And this is where we are. So you can see quite a bit of algae still on there. It's not as bad as it was. And now what I'm going to do is use my thumb, just gently, to kind of remove any other kind of easy to remove algae, very gently, as to not remove the leaves, and more importantly, not to pull them out because they're not fully rooted at this point. Well, 3 weeks. I would say maybe they are, but still want to be careful. So here we are with the Lobelia cardinalis mini. Getting that off. Get it, get it, get it. And there we go. Alright, so now for stem plants, since they're really fast growing, I tend to just go cutting. And then that really helps because most of the algae is going to be on top towards the light. And there you go. So let's Alright, and now I'm going to take some of those tops, the good looking ones, and I'm going to replant and kind of fill in any spaces that I wanted to fill. You don't have to do this at this point, but I chose to because I really wanted to get that density back there. And there we go. Alright, so here is where we started. And as you can see, here is where we ended with that first water change after 3 weeks. And here's where we are today. It's been about, I would say, 2 months. And it's looking good. In the period of time following the video, I continued to do water changes every other day, about 50%, until I read 0 on both my ammonia and my nitrite tests. And as you can see, all of that algae is now pretty much gone. And here we are, ready to stock.